This podcast includes explicit language and sensitive topics that some may find offensive.
All views expressed belong to the individual speaking and not a representation of any entity that we have been, am now, or will be affiliated with. It's your chance to back out now.
That being said,
If not, enjoy the show.
Previously on The Black Man Misunderstood.
Paintball.
Damn,
What
y'all.
you be up to now?
Where you take your gun?
Yeah,
Hey, that was a one-time thing, man. Alright, just like last round, no mercy again, Mike. I don't care if we blood, no mercy.
Black man, misunderstood.
It's your boy Mike B.
In the neighborhood therapist. Welcome to the Black Man Misunderstood. Here we discuss topics about the black man that others are afraid to speak on. I'm your host, the neighborhood therapist, and this is episode 30 of season 3, Relationships and Marriage Before I Say I Do. Now, before y'all try to wring my neck, I know what y'all gonna say. Hold on, where Mike B at? What happened to Mike B? He good. He ain't going nowhere. Thing is, the man is getting married tomorrow. So I wanted to switch it up. Today, the special guest of the show is Mike B. Or shall I say Michael Bennett?
Hey,
We can talk to Michael Bennett today.
Michael Bennett and Mike B is one of the same.
Okay.
People may think they different, but they not.
Okay. So straight from the hip, man. How do you feel? It's the night before your marriage.
It's a crazy feeling, bro. It's in all honesty, it's a joyous occasion, of course. A lot of different feelings. A little bit nervousness. You know, I got some stuff lined up in my back pockets that's gonna go down. But for the most part, I have the assignment. I'm calm. I'm cool and collected, and however the day's gonna go tomorrow is gonna go. So that's how I feel.
All right, so I'm glad you got that fluffy stuff out the way. So you're not cool, you're not calm, you're not collected. You had a whole experience just this weekend alone. Talk about that. Just surface level, just the things that people don't really.
So, you know, when it comes to these things, when you prepare, you know, there's a lot of pieces that move and shake, and like, even with us moving to Florida, it made it easier being in Florida, because I couldn't imagine doing this wedding in Florida and not living here. I think that part of it made it a little bit more easier going forward with things. But you know, wedding still has all its difficulties in this. But like, you gotta deal with the bride. You know, the wedding days are days to celebrate the bride and groom. But we know most of the focus is on ladies, right? The ladies take the time to pick out the decorations, pick out the colors that they want. Some women pick out all this stuff when they're little girls and they already know what they want. Other people will be like, let's do this and that and do this, or they go and ask their friends for advice. So that's how it basically went. And you know, it's kind of funny when I look back on after I did it and we started talking about planning to how this final week came. It was just like straight hellfire every day. Gotta get stuff done. Gotta get stuff done. But the thing is, you also gotta get stuff on top of working. And like, we purposely set it up that we took 2 days off. But like, in all honesty, I don't even think that was enough.
You need a week? 2 weeks?
Possibly needed a week before the wedding to actually like sit down and like get everything situated for real, to be honest. Like you know, it's months of planning, but like it's definitely months of planning, but I don't think people realize how that final week of things, like let's say if you don't have certain things in plan or certain things in play already, like when it comes down to that final week, it's gonna hit you like hellfire. And depending on your personalities, is like it can go one way, it can go the other. Like it was sugar, spice, and everything nice all together.
Mm.
Because the beauty of it is the end result. Even though we're not there yet, I already know it's gonna be beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a lot of sugar and spice before.
Is that because of the way it went down? Because a personal conversation between me and you, what we had was, I was like, yo, when y'all giving up control?
Oh, facts.
And the answer to that is not until the day of the wedding. And I'm just like, how, Sway?
So the reason why I say giving up control was the day of the wedding is because I know my lady. Right?
Mhm.
Be honest, she likes control. And I know this. Most people would not say I'm easygoing if they met me in different arenas, but I've talked about this before.
Mhm.
You catch me on a football field, I'm one of the most crazy, wild manner individuals on the field, and that goes for when I play with equipment to flag. I'm the same person, don't matter. But I am also that same cool, chill guy when it comes to it. Like most people know, yeah, I am a loudmouth and I can talk a lot. But I do have my moments when I'm in my pocket. I'm very caring. I'm giving. I do all that other stuff, and people like they try to put you in a little box, but they can't put us in a box. So definitely, like when it comes to my woman, I do adjust. Well, I don't even.
Adjust is the right word.
Adjust is the right word. All right, see, I call.
Okay, so let me ask you
Power
this.
words, adjustments.
Do you adjust or do you compromise?
I adjust because the reason why I say I adjust, people would think I'm compromising,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm thinking further out. So like if I have to deal with a little nutso, all right, get a little nutso. And I'm not saying that she's nuts. I'm just saying it's very crazy. It's
Mhm.
very crazy. Right? If I have to deal with a lot of things going on a little crazy for the end result to be cool or just be, because it's only a day, a lot of this stuff.
Mhm.
I got a whole life
Life
to playing with this woman.
Mm-hmm.
So if I just have to give this up for a week, couple of days, so be it. Because I know that in the end, in the long run, it's me and her against the world. And that's truer than true.
Okay. What's your definition of marriage?
My definition of marriage. And yes, I'm bringing up that I am a Christian again. My definition of marriage is between a man and a woman. All right? That's for me.
That's how you come in, Mike?
Oh, that's how I'm coming.
Oh,
man.
my goodness.
Man,
Have you been? All right, so go ahead.
No, I'm serious. This is my point of view. Like,
Say that.
I'm not knocking other folks, right?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna do what you want to do, and you gonna believe in what you believe in. This is what I believe in. So you can't back me for what something I believe. If I don't agree with you, I just don't agree with you. We're gonna just agree to disagree, and that's the best way to go through life. And people don't understand that. But anyway, first of all, my definition of marriage is between a man and a woman, where it's a covenant ordained by the man upstairs. I believe that me and Steph's covenant was ordained by the man upstairs. People believe in coincidence. I do not. Everything happens for a reason. And too many things line up between us for me to don't think that God played a hand in that. So that's what I feel about all that.
Okay. Talk to me about the groom jitters that you have or may not have.
My groomsmen?
No, as the groom, do you have any jitters?
Jitters? I don't think I have any jitters. Because I usually tackle things head on. I think the most jittery I ever been was losing my mom when I was a kid and knowing what was coming. Like it was funny. Like as a kid, you don't think of certain things, but like when I actually think back in like hindsight, look at everything. Like I was saying stuff at 11 years old that a 11-year-old should not say when they see their mother dying. Like my mom was on her deathbed. My mom took me and my brothers and my sister one by one to speak to us.
Mm.
And
That's true.
that conversation with my mom, it was crazy. It was lightning, but it was just a moment between me and my mom. Bible, scriptures, praying, boom. That was the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And then the funny thing is, after that, like my older cousin, Sonny, shout out to Sonny. He sat me and my brothers down, and he literally asked, "What would we do if my mom died?" And the first thing I said is like, "When we go back, I'm gonna learn how to cook and help take care of my brothers."
Mm.
This is an 11-year-old boy saying this.
Right.
Seeing his mom on her deathbed and not realizing that she was on her deathbed, but subconsciously knew. So that was the hardest thing I would ever witness and be nervous about. So everything else is just a cakewalk to me.
So it's no jitters, Mike?
Bro, no jitters, man. The only if I have a jitter about anything is that something derails tomorrow.
Not happening.
But that's not happening.
Mm-mm.
That's the only jitter I have. And I don't see anything going on. I'm good.
Okay, so you brought up Mama B.
Yeah, man.
You feel like she's gonna be in the house tomorrow?
She'll be in the house tomorrow.
How you know?
I just have a feeling about things. Mom's gonna be in the house. When the moment comes, she's always there.
Mm.
She was there for my graduation from college. She gonna be there on that wedding day, bro.
How do you feel it? Like, where is the sensation at in your body? Is it a sensation?
I don't think you can call it a sensation. I think what you call it is more so an experience, because like you gotta think, it's like, since I'm a Christian, the Holy Ghost moves in different ways, right?
Facts.
So people take and forget that the Holy Ghost moves for everything. The Holy Ghost moves you to speak a certain way, to say certain things, to feel certain things, but understand that your feelings can deceive your thought process in the moment. The Holy Spirit tomorrow is gonna come and cover me and Steph, and then it's gonna spread out to everyone else, because like tomorrow it's a day of love.
Mm-hmm.
God is love. So if God ain't there, is it truly love?
That's your mic drop right there.
That's my mic drop.
Okay. So everybody talk about groom jitters, right?
Yeah.
Nobody talks about best man jitters.
Facts. What's your jitters, bro?
Yo, listen. I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to use the bathroom, but I'm gonna use the bathroom because everybody did their speeches today.
Yeah.
And there's only 2 speeches tomorrow, correct?
Basically.
That's pressure.
I know it's pressure.
What am I supposed to do with that?
I made you my best man for a reason.
What does that mean?
No, listen, I made you my best man for a reason. And everyone in our group, everyone that knows the two of us knows it. You probably know me better than half the people I grew up with in the same household.
But how you know I want to tell people your story? It's like 150 people in that room tomorrow.
Bruh, they gonna see a story from your eyes, and the way you're gonna explain it is gonna open up so many other people's eyes about how they see me. You just gotta think about what and how Joe did his.
Facts.
And like initially, some people would be like, "Yo, that's a shot at Mike." Right?
Yo, Joe was wild.
Right? It'd be like it's a shot at Mike. But then when you actually think about it, right? And I think about it at the time, I'm like,
it was praise.
That's Joseph's expression of our relationship.
Right.
For him to give that story and then say the things about me and Steph afterwards shows you that he does appreciate me, and that even though we had a tumultuous relationship at some point, it came back around, and that's my brother any day of the week. Joe can call me any day of the week, and he need me, I will be there.
I'm just saying for the listeners, don't forget about your best men, okay? Because they going through stuff too. They watching you. They gotta protect you through. They gotta walk you up to that altar. It's like it's a lot of pressure, okay? That's all I'm saying.
I know. Hey, but I wouldn't have gave you the position if I didn't know you can handle the pressure, bro.
How do you? That's my question to you, Mike. How do you know that?
Think-
I ain't never in my life been in a position like this. How do you know that?
Bro,
Where does that come from?
that comes from you knowing you all these years. You always rise to the occasion when
Okay.
people don't even know. Bruh, you tell me things afterwards that you already knew were gonna happen, hands down. If that don't tell me you're gonna be able to rise up in the occasion tomorrow, something's wrong.
All right. Say less. No argument. Okay. Straight from the hip, okay? I know she's gonna listen to this, but this is not a shot at her. It's just me. I gotta answer the question of the fans, okay?
Okay.
How can you be sure she the one? This is the rest of your life we're talking about. I'm speaking as one of them stereotypical dudes. Bro, don't do it, international players anthem.
Oh,
You know?
you silly.
It's too soon. Don't do it. Reconsider.
I
Read
tell-
some litter. Sure.
You
On the
dumb,
subject.
bro. You dumb. I tell you like this. In the hardest moments of this relationship, she doesn't know this. Thoughts come in. Should you leave?
Mm-hmm.
There's always a quiet voice saying no. Always.
Quiet voice.
When I mean quiet voice, it's a soft voice.
Right.
So it's a voice of comfort.
Mm-hmm.
So we all know that's one thing to me.
Mhm.
That's the man speaking, just saying, "Boy, just be patient. You've been patient this long.
I'm so sick of that word. I hear you though.
Just be patient. Trust me. She the one. You'll see."
All right. So, how are you avoiding cold feet?
Cold feet?
Mm-hmm. Is that even a concept to you? Do you even believe in that?
Cold feet's a concept.
Mm.
People, it's the fight or flighting, folks.
Mm.
Some people fight, some people flight. I'm a fighter.
You gonna fight for this?
I'm fighting for this.
So no cold feet.
There's no cold feet.
So no stumbling feet.
Ain't no
I'm not gonna
stumbling
see you
feet.
stumble tomorrow.
You ain't gonna see me stumble, bruh. If you see me stumble, that's mean I'm enjoying myself and it's a good time. That's the only time you gonna see me stumble.
Okay. I got a random question.
All right.
Why when men decide to get married, they call it getting tied down? Like it's some type of like we giving something up. We getting tied down. We settle down.
Because that's a worldly concept that that we've been promoting. You need to sow your oats and then come back home.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But we've talked about the concept of marriage plenty of different times,
Right.
different episodes, and like, is it really tying down? When you think about being tied down, that means you taking on someone's baggage and just weighing you down. I'm not taking on someone's baggage alone. Their baggage is now my baggage, and my baggage is their baggage. The goal for us is to both dig ourselves out and get rid of those baggage by time on this earth is over.
Hmm.
The reason people say that is because whatever the other person's baggage is, it's too much for them. So they ain't the one for them. That's why they saying it's being tied down, because they're always thinking about how much baggage they have to dig themselves out of. When you look at being married, it's not about what coming in, it's what you're gonna go do forward. And that's the
a
key.
fact. No, that's a fact. That's all fact. You got that vision? You can see that?
I can see that. Crazy thing is, I tell her things about herself, and she don't even see it yet. She tries to downplay it, like, no, I'm not that good. No, I can't do that. When I tell you, even with the wedding alone, her friends and family see it. If I just keep putting those powerful words into her, she's gonna see it. eventually.
Okay, well, vice versa. Do you listen when she tell you good stuff?
Oh, of course, I do listen. Most people need to remember, I was always very coachable, right? I could do something wrong, but if you tell me how to do it right, I'm gonna listen. I may be hard headed about it and try to do it my way
Okay,
again.
all right. I'm waiting on. I'm like, hold on, wait. All right,
No, I'll be front. Like I may be hard headed about it and try to do it my way again,
Mm-hmm.
but I always come to the realization, like, dang, I should just listen, and I admit it.
But hold on, Mike. All right, listen. This is my beef with you and my wife, bro. Yeah,
What's up?
because y'all are the same when it comes to that, bro. We can tell y'all, and this is shout out to DJ Daxter. This is his analogy. We can tell y'all it's landmines outside, right? And because y'all don't see them,
Yeah,
y'all gonna be like, "Oh, okay, I hear you," and y'all gonna go outside and test to see if there's landmines outside. And when something get blown up, y'all gonna walk back in the house and be like, "Oh, it's landmines outside." No kidding. We didn't just tell you that.
some people have to learn for themselves.
Why?
It's just the
We
thing.
are a part of you. That means we got to
Yeah.
go through that same energy, bro.
Yeah, but sometimes you also got to remember, it's never, I hate when people say it's 50-50. I have learned to know it's 100. It's
Right.
two people coming together.
Right.
So the thing is, if you're not right
Okay.
and this person ain't right, you're always gonna bump.
Okay, but if I'm right telling you it's
But
lines
listen,
outside,
listen to me. If this person right and this person wrong, eventually this person is gonna hear what the right person is gonna say. Trust me.
how long,
Trust me.
Mike? You talked about patience earlier in this episode. How long? Because somebody like me, bro, I ain't got it, bro. How long is the question?
Bro, you say, I tell people all the time, you say you ain't got it, but it always takes the right person to make you get it.
Listen, I'm Team Steph, okay?
Yeah, I know you are.
I'm Team No Patience. Okay?
It's all right. I get it.
Yo, how long is the question, Mike? You're not answering the question. How long does she have to wait? How many times does she have to tell you the same thing before you get it?
It all depends on what it
Oh
is.
my god.
I'm gonna be for real. It all depends on what it is.
Yo. Okay, say less, bro. Say less. Silly question. Will you be a victim of a drink pee drink? Do you even know what that is?
Yo, explain that to me.
So they said, I had to research this. They said that the groom gets so nervous leading up to it, he drinks a bunch of water and then he has to pee. Then he drinks a bunch of water and he has to, because he's constantly getting dehydrated because he's like sweating and he's doing the most because he's going to be in his feelings because the moment is overtaken. I understand you don't get jitters, but we ain't get there yet.
Well, we'll tell the listeners what happens after. But I tell you like this: as of right now, I already drink a lot of water. I go to the bathroom all day time. It don't matter to me.
So you already do that anyway.
I already do it anyway, so it ain't gonna be look.
Okay.
Look, I expect to go to the bathroom, especially when that reception starts. I'm definitely go to the bathroom after that.
What are you expecting the most tomorrow?
It's not what I expect. It's I'm waiting to see the reaction.
Of?
Steph.
What you mean?
So, Steph's a tough cookie. I love the girl, but my girl's a tough cookie.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody in a relationship will tell you I'm the lovey-dovey one and I'm always doing or saying different things. Steph does it in her own way, but tomorrow I feel as though Steph is going to surprise me with her reaction.
To?
The day itself.
Just the day itself.
The day itself, from the vows to the moment to her walking down the aisle. Her reaction is gonna surprise me, and
You got a point.
That's it.
I see where you're going. That's a lot of foresight for somebody that ain't never been married before. I see you. No, I like that. I like that. You might be right. No, I know you're right, actually. Okay. All right. Serious question.
All right.
Serious answer.
All right.
For the listeners, right?
Mm-hmm.
The petty listeners, too. Shout out to Petty Nation. What changes tomorrow? Because y'all already been together. Y'all already been doing y'all thing. So tell me really, really, what is changing tomorrow other than y'all have gone hard to have a presentation for your loved ones?
So, in my honest opinion, nothing really changes, right? I think the only thing that really does change or expand at this point is the wider community of our families and friends actually being in one site and actually coming together as one. That's, in all honesty, I think that's the only real change, is because you only could have these people in certain moments at different points in times. If you think about it, you can't always get these people together at all these different moments. Like, yeah, there's baby showers, there's other things that's gonna probably come up, but more times than not, we see most of these people when at a funeral.
Yeah.
So a wedding is a celebration. So seeing two full families and friends come together, like some of this stuff already happened before. Like the two our immediate families already met, boom, hit it off. But now that's extending to other branches. Cause like me and Steph, no, I've taken her to see some of my other family. She's taking me to see some of her other family. But now this is the first time that both of the extensions of the branches are in the same place at the same time.
Speaking of family, what would you have done if your families didn't get along?
The two of our families, people have asked me this, right? And I just think about it like this. The man upstairs doesn't make any mistakes. Truly. People, families who don't get along, in my honest opinion, they were most of the time, I don't think they were ever meant to be in the first place. Because family is family at the end of the day. We know this blood, all that good stuff through marriage and everything, right? Family also has to look out for another. But at the same time, there's those family members that don't even look out for the other family members. So they go looking for a different family member. So families don't get along, in my honest opinion. Like, because I'm not going to say everything's going to be perfect. Everything's going to be magical. No. If there's not a little strife, something's up. We know this. There's always ups and downs. There's never something fully one way. Like I always say, the world is full of gray. It's levels to this thing.
You living and dying about that gray, boy.
Right. Yo, I tell you like this. The world is full of gray, but there's stuff that God has already mandated and put in his book and in his teachings that this is right, this is wrong. Point blank, period. But in the world, there's definitely plenty of gray because we living off our own understanding and not a different understanding.
So we're getting very, very close. I mean, we're pretty much here, end of the episode. I'm going to ask you a question. But before I ask you the question, I'm going to answer the question without asking the question. If that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Okay. All right. So to all listeners, male or female, indifferent, I would say when you get married, my word of advice is to have fun. Throw out that old ideology of marriage is hard work. That don't even make sense in 2022. I go to work. I'm not coming home to go to work on my marriage. It don't make sense. I want to have fun with my spouse. That's what I plan on doing. Even when I get upset with my spouse, I'm going to have fun in the process, or I'm going to laugh about it later. That's just my philosophy. You can call it stupid if you want, but like I said, while we don't laugh at death and cry at birth, never say you can't do it till you try it first. I bet. So, Mike, any words of advice for the fellas about to get married or looking to get married?
Marriage is not something lightly to take, all right? A lot of these folks out here divorcing over probably some of the simplest things if they actually communicate it and actually do it the right way, all right? And have a very complete understanding. When it comes to being husband and wife, just know there's some things you will never provide your spouse that they need to find and seek in the man upstairs, in my opinion.
Mm.
Because if you don't have a relationship with him, you're going to be constantly empty. Constantly empty. So just know, yes, it's two becoming one. And that's in the man upstairs' eyes. And that's how he set it up. But you also got to remember, there was a you and him before a you and her, or a her and him.
Mm.
So if you take that strand out, the you and him will never be as strong as the you, him, and the man upstairs.
Spars. Anything left for the listeners at all? Anything you want to let them know how you feeling? Anything like that? Like 12 o'clock at night or something like that. Well, it's 12 o'clock in the morning, actually. So it's technically wedding day, my guy.
It's wedding day. Man. Go heed your advice, you know. We talk about things from our point of view. You ain't gotta agree.
Right.
You ain't gotta bash us either. Do your own soul searching, healing, and you'll make the right decision for you. Because maybe marriage is not for you. Or maybe it is. That's only your choice. I can't make you choose either way.
Wise words from a decent man, man. I'm proud of you, man.
Hey, bro.
Let's do this, bro.
Yes, sir.
Like that.
We out. We see y'all next week.
What up, listeners? Mike B here. Hope you enjoyed the episode. You can find us on IG at BMM_podcast. On TikTok at BMM Podcast. Facebook, just type in the Black Man Misunderstood Podcast. And then you can find the Neighborhood Therapist at the Neighborhood Therapist on IG. And you can find myself at Mike B_BMM on IG. And if you want to connect with our producer, the DJ himself, Mr. DJ Daxter, check him out at DJ Daxter on IG. Alright, folks. See y'all next week.